Welcome. My name is Sid, and this is Divine Sunflower Tarot. It's time to do another timeless oracle message for the collective. We're going to be using our Solace Oracle, Divine Abundance, message from the ancestors, the Healing Waters Oracle, and then at the end, we're going to get your spirit animal. So let's get started. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please show us the cards we need to see today for the collective. What does the collective need to know right now at this moment that will help them on their journey, get them back going on their path, going in the right direction? Please show us the cards we need to see. Here's our first card. Let's get a few more. Here's our next card. Very interesting artwork in this deck. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Whoa, that's a lot. I'm just going to take the top one. This is number 56, and this card is called Silver Linings. Soldiers of love, wounded on the battlefields of broken hearts, how does one find love in such a graveyard of death? Where are the dreamers, believers? Shower me with your light. I still believe. Stay positive, even when the world around you can seem bitter and cold at times. Watch out for those pessimistic souls throwing up their negative vibrations all around you. If they're always disappointed with life and the people they encounter, it could start influencing your mindset and how you perceive your future. Remember, you are trying to lift your soul on a more peaceful place. It's hard enough to figure out your own path and where you need to be without others dragging you down to their dispirited state of consciousness. Don't settle for something or someone less harmonic just because you can't find what's intended for you. You are a beautiful, loving soul, and you deserve all the good things life has to offer you. Listen to what you are feeling and what your inner voice is telling you. This card is number 30, and it's called the Wind-Up Toy. Games, forced to play. You win, but ultimately, we lose. Controllers feel the need to micromanage other people's lives. How did things get so twisted and tied into knots? It may not have been like this in the beginning, but somehow things have evolved. Concern comes to you now because someone is trying to overpower and control another. This is causing an unfavorable situation, and the more force that is applied, the more it will continue to spiral downward. Controllers can't sit back and just let things happen naturally. Watch them as they push someone's buttons to provoke a pointed reaction, flipping it around to use it against them as they exploit their behaviors. Maybe they are insecure. And because they cannot get a grip on their own emotions, they prey on the emotional reaction of others. Unaware of how to respect others' boundaries, they continue to push in the wrong direction. This makes it hard for others to feel comfortable or act normally because they are worried about being reprimanded or scrutinized for their actions. Perhaps these dominant types may have experienced a betrayal from someone they loved, leaving them feeling insecure about new relationships. The irony is, when they act this way, it only creates exactly what they fear the most. No one should turn over their power to fear. Fear will only override the peace and comfort that they desire. 555 on the clock as I look at the clock. And 555 is change, transformation, and new beginnings. We are all going through change and transformation at this time. Those of us who are on our path are definitely transforming, and we are starting new cycles and new beginnings. This is also associated with adventure, freedom, and personal growth. So you could be traveling, you could be feeling more free than you ever have in your life, and this is helping you grow as a person. The final card of this deck is Kaleidoscope. Perfection is uncomfortable. It hurts like brand new shoes. Learn to love all the pieces of you, flaws and imperfections. Our heart's want and needs are not easily obtained because we are all so uniquely complex. While some are born into this world with a powerful charisma that instantly draws people to them, this is exception, not the norm. These people usually have a way of striking up conversations without hesitation, but a lot of people overthink about what they should or shouldn't say, which can lead to awkward conversations at best because they do not easily engage with others. They might have missed meeting that special someone or perhaps a business opportunity. It's normal for people to feel out of place from time to time, but for some, anxiety, fear, or the thought of being judged by others can be overwhelming more often than not. They may get lost and miss the social norms and cues, such as knowing when to say hello, or may slip up on their own words. It makes them uncomfortable when they try to speak in a group or gathering, so they refrain. Or the other extreme, they may talk too much and monopolize the conversation. Now they are embarrassed and even more distressed. These actions and reactions hold them back from regular social interactions, which is an important part of life. They are encouraged to break free from the restriction of inner voice and instead empower internal strength. We all have a unique purpose here on earth, and so we go through a lot of obstacles to complete our intended lessons. With faith, practice, and patience, things will get better. Remember, life is about trial and error. They should try and push themselves out of their comfort zone a little bit more every day because it's the small steps that eventually take us where we need to go. Let's see what Divine Abundance has for us today. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please show us the cards we need to see for the collective. What does my collective need to know right now that will help them on their journey? If this is resonating for you so far, please give me a like. Every like definitely helps the channel grow, and the channel has been growing very well. So thank you guys very much for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. You are so appreciated. Show me the cards I need to see. All right, let's see what we got here. We have receiving, gratitude, divine love, and inner power. Wow. Okay. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. So you are starting to trust the divine more and more every day. You're seeing signs and synchronicities that are letting you know that you're not alone and you are being guided on a path that's leading you to your salvation, leading you on your journey that you're supposed to be on. And you are receiving blessings from the divine every time you follow what he wants you to do. Continue doing that, collective. Gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. And I always say, a grateful heart is a blessed heart because the divine truly loves those with the beautiful heart who are grateful for everything they have, no matter what it is. You could even be grateful for small things like watching a butterfly fly by or a beautiful thunderstorm, or even just thanking the Lord for your meal. A grateful heart is blessed. Divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. And many of you have already done this. You have detached and said, yes, I want to follow you. And you are now spreading your wings and flying with the divine in beautiful divine love. Inner power. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. This sounds like a prayer. Many of us have prayed for strength and asked for guidance and asked to please guide us in the right way and help us do what we need to do, even though it may be heartbreaking. We have to do what needs to be done. And this is inner power that is given to us from the divine. Let's see what our ancestors want to tell us today. Dear ancestors, what do we need to know today? What would you like to tell the collective? All my ancestors, for all my collective who's watching right now, please tune into this reading and let me know what they need to know right now at this moment. Show me the cards I need to see. We have Hunter, Tracking, Father, Authority, Storyteller, Imagination, and Solidness, Mineral. Definitely going to have to look these up in the book and see what these are all about. Hunter. The best known hunters, that certain skills are required for a successful hunt, and the more they are practiced, the better they hunt. The hunter must learn everything they can about the animal they hunt, including habitat, preferred foods, and the annual migration patterns. They must know how to scout ahead before proceeding and be as quiet as possible. After their mission, they will evaluate what worked and what didn't. Many of these same principles apply to hunting for plants. Whether animals or vegetables, there is a relationship between the hunter and the hunted. The culture and the mindset of indigenous hunters is that they are tracking a relative, a sister or brother, and they need to proceed respectfully and honorably. Acknowledging this deep and intimate relationship becomes necessary to sustain congruency that this living being, plant or animal, is cooperating and collaborating as an equal expression of consciousness itself. The hunted is not a victim, but instead connected to the hunter in ways that far surpass the simple act of hunting and being hunted. This way of looking at things is foreign to much of the Western world. Once you're clear on the object of your pursuit, organize your thoughts, feelings, and actions so they are supporting your goal. Be clear on your intention and learn as much as you can about the target of your quest. In doing so, you are establishing a relationship with that which is being sought. You then proceed to follow the trail, using all of your knowledge and your senses, staying alert and paying attention to signs and omens along the way. Periodically stop, be still, and listen with eyes, ears, and bodily cues. Following the course, you might hit a few obstacles, but with clear intention, courage, and trust in the Great Spirit, you will succeed. While the original purpose of the hunt may shift and the goal itself may change, you still have to trust that life knows what it is doing, and the higher power will get you through any periods of doubt and uncertainty. Father, authority. When the father ancestor appears, you will no doubt first consider your own father and what he means to you. Many have experienced the father wound in the form of an abusive or absent father figure, which leaves a seemingly indelible imprint on the psyche. Others have idealized their fathers such that they can do no wrong and have attempted to mimic this glorified version or rebelled against it by charting their own course. No matter which story you hold, that father is internalized and often unconsciously projected onto others, male and female alike. Yet this father ancestor offers a different perspective, one of strong masculine presence and clear spiritual authority, mitigated and proffered with deep love and compassion. If you think you may be carrying a version of this father wound, it's time to begin process of healing and releasing any anger, hurt, shame, and guilt that has a grip on you. These emotions not only cause a tremendous amount of pain, they also limit your capacity to trust your own internal authority. Once you begin to see your father as having once been a wounded little boy who has found his way into an adult body, forgiveness and compassion for this fallible human being becomes a distinct possibility. You can write an unsent letter of forgiveness to your father, whether he's alive or not. Read it to someone you trust, and then you can ceremoniously burn it. You can repeat this process as necessary, and this will release any remaining hold that your father may have on you. In letting go of this internalized image of your father, you make space to trust in your own authority, not a rigid fundamentalist authority, but one that is found in the deepest recesses of your soul and heart. Your path is yours, and when guided by the father ancestor's presence in your life, you need not blindly accede to another's authority, but can learn to trust in the authority of the God self within. Storyteller, imagination. Storytelling has existed for as long as humans have populated the planet. Before the written word, storytelling was how information, cultural values, and history were passed along. The gift of the storyteller was to convey these tales inspired by imagination and infused with emotion and drama, so the listener would be deeply affected. Although these stories may not have necessarily been true, in the usual sense, they were soul stories, allegories, and metaphors that offer adventure, tragedy, comedy, danger, rebirth, and redemption, and the listener could infer from the narrative something about his or her own life. There are a few common themes in storytelling, such as conquering the monster, death and rebirth, rags to riches, and going on a quest. One of the most common is the hero journey, where an innocent is called to an adventure, yet is ill prepared, faces the monster, yet is unable to conquer it. One goes back to face the monster and find it is no longer as scary as it once seemed, but courageously confront it. The monster diminishes in size and power. These themes and others are in our collective consciousness, and they are played out in our lives in various ways. Listening to tales with these big themes sparks our imagination and helps us understand that we are not alone in our own stories. The calling for you now is to seek and listen closely to stories, ones that have meaning and depth, ones that speak to your heart and soul. You will find these tales in books, movies, your daily life, and the fertile grounds of your imagination. You also discover amazing stories by asking others about their lives and experiences. When another person opens up and shares their stories, be sure to listen attentively with sincere interest and without judgment. Practice making up stories of your own by drawing upon your imagination, especially if there are young children that are willing not only to listen, but also participate in the storytelling. You no doubt have many untold stories about your life as well, and drawing this ancestor card indicates that it's time to communicate your personal story. Sharing stories is a way to connect with others and enrich everyone's experience. We cannot live multiple lives, but we can learn from others through their stories, and they can learn from us as well. Mineral, solidness, birthed from the bowels of the earth by teaming up with the primordial elements and informed by other geological activities such as lava from volcanoes and collisions with other planetary objects, the mineral kingdom emerged from its initiation by fire. Over billions of years, a number of different forms of minerals evolved from their earliest beginnings until today. Scientists have identified 3,800 varieties of these amazing beings. Some minerals are essential ingredients in plant and animal life. We require certain minerals for good health and to function properly. We not only connect with these ancestors by having them as a vital support for our bodies, but we also admire various minerals for their beauty and their solidness. Look around and you will see that you are surrounded by these prehistoric ancestors. It's time to survey what is solid in your life and what isn't, and make adjustments as necessary. Are your personal boundaries solid or porous? Do you need to make a stand with others who tend to intrude on your personal space? Or are your boundaries so rigid that you don't let anyone in? Do a further check in with your relationships. Are they solid and dependable? Trustworthy? How about yourself in your relationships? Do you stand by your friends? Are you sometimes too solid, impermeable, unable or unwilling to speak your truth or express your authentic feelings? It's also important to solidify your relationship with spirit, to release your doubt and restore your faith. Make a list of the areas where you need to remain firm and strong, and those where you could be softer and more pliable. All right, now we're going to get into the Healing Waters Oracle. Please show me the cards I need to see. We have the Wellspring, Planetary Wave, the Healing Lagoon, and the Ripple Effect. The Wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care? Take a breath. So this tells me that you may need to drink more water. You possibly are not getting enough water. And also, you may be having a lot of stress in your life, anxiety. Maybe you're just always on the go, always busy, and it's time to stop and take a breath drink some water, and replenish yourself. There may be also need for more sleep. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself and making sure that all your needs are met before you give yourself away and your energy away to other things or other people. Planetary wave, soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. So this picture looks like an ancestor who is on the other side. Your ancestor on the other side is trying to communicate with you telepathically through intuition. You could be hearing messages from your ancestor, trying to communicate with you and give you messages. This is your soul team. They love you very much, and they want you to trust the messages that you are getting are from them, and they are trying to help you find your way on your soul mission, on your divine path. Tune into these messages. Listen to these messages. Do not ignore them because they are very important. The healing lagoon. Rejuvenate, recovery. Time to heal. It is safe to stop. So this kind of goes along with the wellspring card in a lot of ways because someone here really needs to rejuvenate and recover from something. Someone could have been through serious injury, a very traumatic breakup, a very painful ending of some kind, and someone needs to rejuvenate and recover and heal. And this is letting you know that it's safe to stop and take a break for yourself. Replenish yourself in the waters of the beautiful lagoon and heal yourself. This could also mean you need to take spiritual baths, maybe with some salt to cleanse your spirit. Then we have the ripple effect, part of something bigger. The details are taken care of. So there could be something that you're working on that started off as a small pebble dropping into the lake. You know how when you throw a pebble into the water, you get a small ripple at first, but then slowly as that ripple progresses, it looks like it starts to get bigger. And then it could become a part of a current, and the current takes that ripple wave and moves it along. Something that you're working on is going to grow, and it's going to get bigger and be successful here. This is a ripple effect. So continue to be strong because you are a part of something bigger. You are on a path that is meant to change the world. Even though it may seem like a small job, like you're just a small person, you don't have much influence. Just know that the details are being taken care of. And they know what your path is. They know where you're going. You may not even see where you're going yet, but you're definitely going somewhere that's going to lead you to success. Let's go ahead and get our spirit animal, and then we'll end the reading. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what is our spirit animal for this reading? Please show us the card we need to see. Show me the card I need to see. Raccoon. We have raccoon as our spirit animal today. The raccoon is talented, shadowy, and in hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists. To greater or lesser degrees, at best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or a creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. When in balance, the raccoon is generous, exceptional. When out of balance, the raccoon is a competitive, starving artist. To bring into balance, we need to make something new. So you could be a creator of some sort. Maybe you have a YouTube channel. Maybe you create something with your hands. Maybe you make something with your hands. And you could be feeling a little stuck in a certain pathway of that genre. But it's time to make something new, something different that you've never made before, and take a step in the new direction. I do believe these were the messages that you needed today. All negative energy sent my way will be transmuted into success, love, youthful beauty, and healing energy. In the name of Yeshua, I am divine, I am protected, I am loved. I hope these messages helped you today, collective, and I hope that this makes you feel better about whatever situation you're going through. I send you lots of love and blessings. My name is Sid. This is Divine Sunflower Tarot. Take care.